page 7 in the Kurukulla prayer book. We'll start with refuge and bodhicitta. In the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha. In the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha. In the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha. May all sentient beings have happiness and its causes. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all sentient beings never be parted from sorrowless bliss. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from bias, attachment, and hatred. The next page, praise to Shakyamuni Buddha. To the founder, the endowed transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings, to you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. To the founder, the endowed transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings, to you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. To the founder, the endowed transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings, to you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. When, O supreme among humans, you were born on this earth, you paced out 7 strides, then said, I am supreme in this world. To you who are wise, then I prostrate. With pure bodies formed supremely pure, wisdom ocean like a golden mountain, fame that blazes in the 3 worlds, winner of the best, Lord, to you I prostrate. With the supreme signs, face like spotless moon, color like gold, to you I prostrate. Dust free like you, the 3 worlds are not. Incomparably wise one, to you I prostrate. The Savior having great compassion, the founder having all understanding, the field of merit qualities like a vast ocean, to you, the one gone to thusness, I prostrate. The purity that frees one from attachment, the virtue that frees one from the lower realms, the one path, the sublime pure reality, to the Dharma that pacifies, I prostrate. Those who are liberated and also show the path to liberation, the holy field qualified with realizations, who are devoted to the moral precepts, to you, the sublime community intending virtue, I prostrate. Homage to the Supreme Buddha, homage to the Dharma refuge, homage to the great Sangha, to all 3 ever devout homage, to all worthy of respect, bowing with bodies as many as all realms, atoms, in all aspects, with supreme faith I pay homage. Do not commit any non-virtuous actions, perform only perfect virtuous actions, subdue your mind thoroughly. This is the teaching of the Buddha. A star, mirage, the flame of a lamp, an illusion, a drop of dew or a bubble, a dream, a flash of lightning, a cloud, see conditioned things as such. Through these merits may sentient beings attain the rank of all-seeing, subdue the foe of faults, and be delivered from samsara's ocean, perturbed by the waves of aging, sickness, and death. From Tushita's hundreds of God's protector's heart, to tip of this fresh, pure, white heat, curd like cloud, O Losandrapa, Dharma's omniscient king, Pray come to this place with your disciples. In space ahead, on lion throne, lotus and moon, venerable gurus, smile brightly with delight. Pray stay hundreds of eons to spread doctrine as supreme merit. Feel for my mind of faith, your wisdom mind sees full range of knowables. Your eloquent speech adorns fortunate ears. Your beauteous body, fame, glory, outstanding. Homage to you, worthwhile to think of, hear and see. Pleasant offerings of water, various flowers, fragrant incense, light perfume, and so on. Oceans of offerings set out and envisioned, offered up to you, supreme field of merit. Non-virtue committed with body, speech, and mind, which I have heaped up since beginningless time, especially what has contradicted three vows. Each I confess from my heart with strong regret. In time of strife you strove to learn and practice, shunned eight mundane concerns, made life essenceful. O protector from depths of our hearts, we rejoice in your powerful great deeds. Venerable gurus from love and wisdom, clouds densely massed in your Dharmakaya sky, pray loose a rain of vast profound Dharma on fields of disciples just as needed. May whatever virtue that I've here gathered bring benefit to all beings and doctrine, and may it make venerable Sandrapas essential teachings specially shine forever. Migmate sewe ter chen chen rezig, dreame kempe wampo jom tel young, dubu malun jong se song we dag, gan chen kepe sung gen song kapa, lo son trape shabla so adem. O glorious and precious root guru, pray take seat of lotus on my crown, caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments of body, speech, and mind. O glorious and precious root guru, pray take seat of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments common and supreme. O glorious and precious root guru, pray take seat of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your great kindness, until supreme Homage to the exalted three jewels. Thus ever heard at one time, the Blessed One was dwelling in Randagriha on Volchan Mountain, together with a great assembly of monks and a great assembly of bodhisattvas. At that time, the Blessed One was absorbed in the concentration of the countless aspects of phenomenon called profound illumination. At that very time, the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, was looking perfectly at the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom, perfectly looking at the emptiness of inherent existence of the five aggregates also. Then, through the power of the Buddha, the Venerable Shariputra said to the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, how should a child of the lineage train who wishes to engage in the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom? Thus he spoke, and the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, replied to the Venerable Shariputra as follows. Shariputra, whichever son or daughter of the lineage wishes to engage in the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom should look perfectly like this, subsequently looking perfectly and correctly at the emptiness of inherent existence of the five aggregates also. Form is empty, emptiness is form, emptiness is not other than form is not other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, discrimination, compositional factors, and consciousness are empty. Shariputra, like this, all phenomena are empty, without characteristics. That is, they are not produced and do not cease. They have no defilement and no separation from defilement. They have no decrease and no increase. Therefore, Shariputra, in emptiness, there is no form, no feeling, no discrimination, no compositional factors, no consciousness. There is no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no visible form, no sound, no smell, no taste, no object of touch, and no mental phenomenon. There is no I element, and so forth, up to no mind element, up to no element of mental consciousness. There is no ignorance and no cessation of ignorance, and so forth, up to no aging and death, and no cessation of aging and death. Likewise, there is no suffering, no origin, no cessation, no path, no exalted wisdom, no attainment, and also no non-attainment. Therefore, Shariputra, because there is no attainment, bodhisattvas rely on and abide in the perfection of wisdom, and because their minds have no obstructions, they have no fear. Passing utterly beyond error, they attain the final state beyond sorrow. All the Buddhas who reside in the three times by relying upon the perfection of wisdom become manifest and complete Buddhas in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, and complete enlightenment. Therefore, the mantra of the perfection of wisdom, the mantra of great knowledge, the unsurpassed mantra, the equal to the unequaled mantra, the mantra that thoroughly pacifies all suffering, since it is not false, should be known as the truth. The mantra of the perfection of wisdom is proclaimed. Kayata gate gate parasam gate bodhi soha. Shariputra, this is how a bodhisattva, a great being, should train in the profound perfection of wisdom. Then the Blessed One arose from that concentration and said to the superior Avalokiteshvara, the bodhisattva, the great being, well said, O child of the lineage, so it is. The profound perfection of wisdom should be practiced exactly as you have taught, and the Tathagatas will rejoice. When the Blessed One had said this, the Venerable Shariputra, the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, and the entire assembly, as well as worldly beings, gods, humans, demigods, Gandharvas, and others, were filled with admiration and highly praised what had been spoken by the Blessed One. In the holy supreme abode of the Dakinis, possessed of clairvoyance and miraculous power, unwaveringly caring for practitioners as your children, homage to the host of the three places Dakinis, Akasamara Sashadara Samara. Tayata Om Gate Paragate Parasam Gate Bodhi Soha. Through the power of the truth of the exalted three-jewel speech, may all on the side of negativity, such as the four Maras, be stopped. May they become non-existent. May they be pacified. All enemies, obstructors, and hindrances, Shante Kuri Soha. The 80,000 types of obstructors pacified, free from adverse, harmful conditions, may all be conducive in perfect auspiciousness. Bring happiness and well-being here right now. Saji Purki Jonshing Metam Tramri Rodling Ji Ni Degempadi Sangye Shindu Migte Uwa Jetsun Lama Dampa Kyenam Hiter Kurukulla Kyense Trindrine Jita Tsampe Nuchetima Laja Chokyi Chapavavtu So Idam Guru Ratna Mandala Kamniyatayani Chodang Sokye Chognam La Janchu Badu Dagni Kyapsuchi Dagi Chinyen Gipe Sonam Ki Drola Penche Songye Dropa Sho Chodang Sokye Chognam La Janchu Badu Dagni Kyapsuchi Dagi Chinyen Gipe Sonam Ki Drola Penche Songye Dropa Sho Chodang Sokye Chognam La Janchu Badu Dagni Kyapsuchi Dagi Chunyen Gipe Sonam Ki Drola Penche Songye Dropa Sho
Good evening. It's cold, hot, warm, how's it? Not bad? Good. Okay, it's wonderful. Be able to come back to class. First we start beginning, we do a little meditation, okay? Just everyone just relax your body. Just couple times a very very deep breath. Just make your body relax. Now think about front to you, but the Shakyam is the image. Same as we see the statue. It's very colorful. Also not just statue, it's like a living Buddha from you, smiling. The around Buddha, also all the holy beings. It's same as like hundreds, thousands monks. But just keep looking aware that keep your mind just looking some, also all the Buddha, Bodhisattvas reciting their own teachings. Just you hear the voice. Also you get the blessing. Like they're thinking like up and down, up and down. Even you mind go other way, just bring back. blessing. When you hear the voice, your body and mind become relaxed. You feel the blessings, warm, peace. Then you rejoice. You feel that you rejoice. Happy feeling. Okay. Then you can come back some traditional way. Okay. Now this text is not complicated as same as the 70 topics. Compare the 70 topic. It's not complicated, but also it is very good to catch first time. If you like lose fourth term, then you just lose every day, every week. I think I'm thinking maybe we just go to our own traditional way. Otherwise, the debates makes it very confused. Then I would like to also you do your home every week. Just read the one debate section. Then after we come back, maybe discussion that. The first we just go slowly, just understand what meaning the ground and what meaning the path. There are so many different levels. Then this is very unique, or what's very important to practice. In order to achieve enlightenment, we need to understand the path and the ground, then different views. Okay? Therefore, okay. 다 지난 건도 라르도 말도 시작이다.
So we just go to our system.
가든다. 아니 가서 이식이 조사 납체 받아 간제 돈이 도배 대신이 챈바서야 돼. 이식이 속 돈이 도 불러주고 그래서.
So exalted, the accumulation of exalted wisdom. We talked about that last time, right? So that is the knower of the Mahayanist, that realizes emptiness, right? So that's the definition of the accumulation of exalted wisdom.
다들 마사지에 가서 한 걸 마시나 아니 무슨 얘기로 소소한 게 봐. 오마벨로 대바다봐. 아니 텔라셈 좀말라 아니 내가 봐봐. 아니 셈셈빌로도 파가봐. 이시 여와 젬집이 진짜가서 이노스.
So last time we talked about the 5 sections, right? So first one is the setting out the individual system of the middle way and the mind only, and proving the reasonableness of the middle way system, abandoning grounds for disputing that, refuting the mind only system, and the 5th one is the reasons for not explaining the other divisions of exalted wisdom.
Okay. 다들 마음도 좀 간지 근데 다 가도 이시 소세대 간지 돈이 또 배트징 템바이 다 대산이 들봐 좋아요래 안에 셈좀에 가린다고 요와 오마베 가린다고 요와 디바라면 센터만 못해 진전 오마베 대백에 드시 에스들 많이 그래서 제다 같이 된다스.
And so the exalted knower of Mahayanis who has realized emptiness is the definition of the accumulation of exalted wisdom. And so later there will come the different view of the exalted wisdom according to the Madhyamika school and middle way school and the mind only school. And so how the view of the middle way school is the reasonable, and how the mind only school's view is not reasonable, and so forth.
다들 다 사실 지나 다들 심고치 아니 시당 아니 다 이식이 초대 안에 단다갑 땜바데 땜비지 되거나 아니 이식 초도까지 도나 편이 첨부 된 거래서 대야 안에 노디디전에 땜바래서 중 같은 데시 요리다.
And so the reason why the accumulation of wisdom, exalted wisdom, is explained here in particular, is because it is difficult to realize, and if you realize, has a great benefit and a virtue. And then also there is a reason why it is explained. I mean, how it is explained in short, like in brief, rather than explaining in great detail.
다 이식이 초시지 지라다니 사이토도 시작했다. 사이토도 가지는 시작거든요. 아니 대 아니 지금마시 대저와 아니 똑깔에 가고 있다. 아니 대시버려서 니가 다 가서 사람 지나서 용거래.
And then after that, after the exalted wisdom, then explains the ground, the accumulation of ground, and again, why it is, why the accumulation of ground is explained. It's because again, it is difficult to realize, and if you realize, there's a great benefit and virtue.
Okay. 다 준도 빼자는 동도 왔어. 다 니바 랑루라 세 남자다 람지 남자니레스 동볼란 신이 예와 안에 다든다 섬스 안 신이 가르레스 안에 사게 된다 가르레스 안에 람지 안에 내려서 번이오레스 다 되네 동보 사시 버려 사시원나 사근 신이지 안에 살아 예와 가세 안에 티가 안에 다든라 나타 티가 가로 안에 된다로 가르레스
So now the second, it says
오던도 라루라 태와선지 세나르샤 파사시 라루라 아니 세 남자 람지 남자 센도야.
So in the page 16, right, you see there. Secondly, our system. This is our system there. So we're going, straight to our system. From among the two, presentation of grounds and presentation of the path. This is the first presentation of ground. From among the three, definition, division, and meaning of the terms. This is the first definition.
Okay. 다 담보 아니 가잖아 아니 다 담보는 아니 사당 사당 람니드 집에 사당 아니 람 된지라고 그래서 나도 단 스님이 가게잖아 사람니드 집에 사당 람 된지
And so, when you talk about the path and ground, the path of ground, or the ground, of the path and ground, and the path are synonymous. So the path and ground are not synonymous in general, but path and ground, the ground of the path and ground, is synonymous with the path. So when we talk about the ground, path and ground, the path of the path and ground, and it's referring to the ground, and the path. So, but generally when you say ground, it can be any kind of, right? Like the ground, the world, the earth on which we grow vegetables or plants, trees, and so forth. So that is also ground, but that's not a ground, of the path and ground.
Okay. Yes. Yeah, but yeah. Yeah. Yeah, think it that way. Not ground, but the earth.
Not the person that she's foundation.
In the jet of she. Rangan do it, Timmy, she tenji, she is, and the Lamashi Muto, the site it was.
Yes, so it's like a foundation, on which you can build all the knowledges.
But the Pesha, and the tongue of the patient, Lamla Sacragina Laparisana, and the Salatin and Zambuligo, Tushun, fishing, and Nathan, Leto, Lam to the Chapel, Salatin in Wiwanza, Tana Shingi, and Tewa Chimbu, Tewa Cheju Kangi, Lamjin Yamle Chebala, and the Lamatengo, and the Lamla Sa Petchipares.
So the reason why the path is called ground is because all the things in this world, like crops and plants and trees, all this grow from the ground, and so just like that, in order to achieve the qualities of the Mahayana path or the Hinayana path, you have to depend on those paths. So that's why that path is also called ground.
Okay. 다 안에 사긴 tension the man rangan de wechi and then to me and Jiten Shepi, Lamashiji, and the number to pass it, and they think it is.
So like here it says the definition of a ground from within the division of grounds and paths. So the ground from within the division of grounds and paths. So that's synonymous with the ground, with the path. And so it says the definition of that is a clear realization of one who has entered a path that serves as a basis for the many good qualities that are its effect.
Okay? That's how it's in your claim, but that's in your Lord and Buddha.
So this is the definition or the meaning that you have to memorize. Okay?
Right? And the Rangan Revajo, and that they're changing of Mambo, Rangan Revajo, Yete, Jiten, such Kokores, Lamju, Momatopati, Pena, Tendasum Jaksho was.
So, if it is a ground, it has to be. There's different many parts of the definition, right? Many part of the definition. So, you have to meet with all the parts of the definition. So, one part of the definition is this: the clear realization of one, right, who has entered into the path. So, it can't be the clear realization of someone who has not entered into the path. It has to be someone who has entered into the path that serves as a basis, for many good qualities that are its effect. So, many good qualities that's going to, that's going to come later. The effect means like coming later, right? So that which will come later. So that has to serve as a basis for all the qualities that will come later.
제 제가 연대 망부 제사가 아니 대자 다 지대인 바치. 대한 람주지 뭔가 람지 가다지 여대인 바치. 디나네 제다 뭔가 도반다 뒤엔데서 가는 모토선 가고 다 들리지 간지 람라 슈디메 강사게 제지 아니 연대지 그거 그래서.
So it has to be a clear realization. So it has to be clear realization, right? And within the continuum of someone who has entered into the path, and that serves as a basis, for the future qualities.
Okay. 다원나 람라 슈드 람라 마슈드 간이라 당도 담보텔 고알란 거 그렇다. 대배는 것이 뭐 자되게 그래서.
So who has entered into the path? So who has entered a path? Entered a path. What does that mean, right? So you have to understand that first.
만주 슈자게 람탈라 아니 다 대화 제주니가 람니요 그래서.
And so the path to enter, there are two kinds of paths, right? The Hinayana path and Mahayana path.
다 람라 슈드 가르나 아니 타와 돈이글로 찌마마임바 가디 제와나 가가다 람라 슈도고 그래서.
And so whenever one has generated a genuine renunciation, wishing to achieve liberation, then one has entered into the path.
제다 가도다 람라 슈 요사레.
So what do you think? Have you entered into the path? Into a path or no?
그래봐. 타와 배나 알아서라 메세데 돈이글로 찌마마임바 여러 와서 나도 메세데 돈이글로 찌마마임바.
So we have a genuine wish, or interest, for this life, right? For this life.
야무나 가서 메세데 야보지 제기 다 그로 돈이글로 찌마마마 제대 여러 봤거든요.
Or we have interest, for a good life, right? We have a genuine, interest for a good life, in this life, right?
또 배대로 이거 다나 아니 코알라 탄덕을로 찌마마이 받나 단 코알라 타고 온도 탐만도 사람에게 가지 인생 끈덕이 들로지고 그래서.
And so one has to have the genuine, renunciation, wishing to achieve liberation. So I must achieve liberation. I must free myself from the cyclic existence. There's nowhere but to free from cyclic existence. And that kind of wish, you have to have throughout, like day and night.
Okay. 대제발랑 코알라 타고 인생하고 그러was.
And in order to be able to generate that mind wishing to achieve liberation, then you have to, think about the reason why you want to achieve liberation, or why you have to be free from cyclic existence.
세상 코와데 찌부지는 코와들랑 알번 론델로만 코와데 사제데 된도 로요was.
So you have to think about the shortcomings or the disadvantages of the cyclic existence, right? So if you are attached to the cyclic existence, if you feel happy about cyclic existence, then you will not have a wish to be free from that.
제자당 코와 대용화라 아닌 고외 때가 나시게 된 것도 하삼고 그래서 띵내라.
And so in order to think about the disadvantage of the cyclic existence, you have to think about all the sufferings that we go through in cyclic existence, like the suffering of birth, aging, sickness, death, and so forth.
오케이. 근데 다 강사 되게 jelaya. 아니 코알라 탄도글로 찌마마이 바카디 제바나 강사 람라식 소말. 근데 강사 되게 연대 가르지마다 자다 람치 사차대로서.
And so whenever that person has generated that genuine renunciation, wishing to achieve liberation throughout day and night, and that time the person has entered into the path. And so, and then whatever a positive or good qualities that person has, all those qualities become a ground.
아니 디 연대들 때문에 디 연대 젬바 고는 것도 너무 배로 요래서.
So based on those qualities that he or she has, and then one will develop more good qualities from that.
배나 나도 미제라 야빠나 콜레지가 네 로종 여바 있나 콜레지 로종 여바라네 단다 콜로종 젬바 마모야 파도 그러 봤어.
And so just like someone who has I mean knowledge or degree, right, of the high school or college, then you can go further. You can go, you can develop further knowledge from that. So without the high school degree, you will not be able to go to college. So in order to have the quality or knowledge of the college, you have to have the high school as well.
오케이 다대 아니 사단 람니데 집에 사인선이 대배자 인지나가 된대요.
So that's the definition of the ground from within a division of ground and path.
오케이 다대 니 세와도 저도 되오면나 간지 아니 다 사기선이 인사하는 네가 그 사세야 돼 가서 연대게 집에 시바인 사도마도 마도 그런 거 사대 많이 인세.
And so like that, like it says, the definition of a ground from within the division of ground path. So it means a ground, but then to make it more clear, what kind of ground we're talking about here? So we're talking about a ground from within a division of ground and path, not just a regular ground from where you grow vegetables and plants and trees like that, but the ground from within the division of ground path, which is referring to the clear realization within the continuum of the someone who has entered into the path.
제가 가지고 직땡에 내가 가르지 예반나 파시다 자샤 급주 고거는 가지고 살아마테 맞이 용면 넣었어. 그가 살땐 거 대나신게야 사제기 뭐다 간지 다큐멘터고 다도 안에 다 태웠어 뭐 강리게 다큐멘터고 도발라 안에 람람마테 바치네 로사지는 요 말했어.
And so
배때도 지바래.
So 99% of the things in this world has to depend on the ground. So without that, there's nothing, nothing you can do, in this world, right? It has to depend on the ground. Everything has to be built on the ground. So you have to depend on the ground. Without that, there's no way you can. So just like that, in order to achieve any of the liberation, the heroes or the realizers or the Mahayana liberation, you have to depend on the ground, on this ground, and from within the division of ground and path.
살아라 말려들 제요래 살때 먹는 살때 먹는 거는 직땡을 제요래.
Is there any the worldly activities that you can do without having to depend on the ground? Worldly activities, the things that we do on a daily basis, like sleeping, eating, everything.
뭐라 땅와이나 남도 땅와이나 다 가르치는
Driving.
살땡도.
What about flying? Huh? To land, you have to land, right?
Yeah.
You can't just keep on flying.
제가 대도 된다 빼.
Being supported when you're flying.
Yeah.
On the air, you're still being supported. You can't argue.
제가 대도 제바데 간지 삼아 살땐 직땡게 비는 다 내가 최종 살았던 거와 나중에 다 태와 거리게 예대 조들 다 살아 남았던 거 그래. 다디 고도지는 남았던 거 그래.
And so, just like everything in this world that we do, has to depend on the ground, and just like that, in order to achieve the liberation of any of the three vehicles, we have to depend on a path.
오케이. 단승이네 아주 쉬셔다야.
Yeah, can you read the definition again?
Michelle, you got the paper page number?
16.
Page 16. right? 가정가 좀 생이 된 거는 지는데 이거 쌤 바자셔도 쇼 팽거요래로.
So yeah, it will be very beneficial, just to know the definition, at least like to leave a positive or good imprint in one's mind.
다살 안에 살아 예바 가세 다데 사인 전이지. 다데라 예바 가세나?
So you understand the definition, right? Is there any question about definition? So now we're going to do the division, right? So that's going to
Yes.
what,
We're talking about genuine renunciation, and so the definition says a clear realization of one who has entered the path.
the talk ngondo sido lam shu ju ngondo sero ngondo de den ka de den ngondo the 상계 조정만 뭐 가르쳐 되어 있었을 때.
제가 디지 영어도서에 디지 연대를 봐. 연주 좀 연주 jel라지는 강사도 지지 연대를 고쳐오던데. 셈부지 연대, 시베지 시지가 연대.
Clear realization is a good quality. You know, it's clear realization means a good quality. So good quality within a continuum of someone who has entered into the path. So to enter into the path, you have to have the genuine renunciation.
Okay? Okay, that yes.
So it would be, is it impossible to have this clear realization without renunciation?
원도 요청하다 나 남신 원도 요청 말했어.
No, you can have a clear realization. Clear realization, like it says, quality, good qualities. So we have a good quality too, like even if we have not entered into the path. But that will not be a clear realization of one who has entered the path.
니나 남신 원도 세는데 대고 진짜.
So it will be a, you and I mean, who have not entered the path. We have clear realization, but our clear realization is not the clear realization of one who has entered the path. So the clear realization of the one who has entered the path has to be someone who has already developed general renunciation and have entered into the path.
Okay? 나도 이제 먹게 잡고 쓰면 돼. 원도 자기 그래서.
So like, the morality in our mind, the morality of abandoning any of the 10 non-virtuous actions that we have, is a clear realization, it's a good quality.
나도 이제 샴바 이제 샤접섬 것이 다 된다겠지. 가리나 또 참아 원도 자야 돼 그래서.
So all the good qualities like loving kindness, compassion, bodhicitta, that whatever amount of those good minds that we have,
아니
is a clear realization.
랑은 레워지고 연대 때문에 떼지고 자야 돼 그래서.
And then through that you can develop more good qualities, right? So therefore that serves as a basis, for many good qualities that are its effect.
다 가르쳐 말해 남주인 것도 말해서 남주도 말해서.
So only thing that is lacking here within us, is one who has entered a path.
다
Pure, which is having renunciation.
That's right.
Yeah.
Real renunciation.
The
Okay.
genuine renunciation.
Do you also need calm abiding to enter the path?
다때 고마고마 안 보였습니다. 고인도 이러다. 아니
신의면은 남 이렇게 하보라.
뒷깔이 가고 이러다.
It's pretty difficult, kind of difficult, right? Without a calm abiding, to have any kind of realization.
야.
You have to be really able to focus, and develop the mind that way. Without that, maybe it's difficult. So, to develop a renunciation, you might need a calm abiding.
아니 인주 땀 지워도 고고 말했어. 당고는 인주 찌망만 지워도 고고 이러다.
Yeah. So for the genuine renunciation, I would say yes. You will need calm abiding.
Okay, yes.
I was wondering, what is like the measure of like how renounced you are, your level of renunciation?
야야. 다변나 강도변나 계획의 평행다. 코웨 님의 시험도 몰라. 강도 즉 아니 계획의 평행, 코웨 님의 타웨의 평행 시험도 같이 삼을 초만하고 제거나 인주 부서봐 제거 따라서. 인주 부서봐. 다 때문에 가디는 지금 코웨 거로 코와들 타나 세 문도 섬지 인제 근데 땅 코와 타고 문도 섬로 제드나 안에 땅고는 인주 제거 그래서.
So usually, I mean, like we can have renunciation, right? We call it like mere renunciation. That's like, sometimes when we hear about all the bad things, right? We say, oh yeah, that's so bad, and I should really free myself from that. And when you think like that, that's like just for a short time, and then after some time, then it goes. But the measure of having the genuine renunciation would be like when you have that kind of thought throughout day and night. Wanting to be able, and then not having any kind of attachment, like not completely, but no attachment, to like worldly life or this life, the samsaric life.
그럼 고발라 다 좁아서 그나 가지 고발라 그 문제배 가셨다 대래 타기 타와 토고 근데 우선 인생에 타와 되는 순화도 되는 게 좋아라 소리로.
So you should have no feeling of attraction towards samsara. So you see like. And so seeing the samsara as very unattractive, like very filthy or dirty, and unattractive, full of suffering, all these things. You see that, right? And because of that, you want to be free from that. But if you don't see that, and if you're attached, to that, then you will not have renunciation.
I have trouble sometimes with like for instance, you recognize kind of like the base of
네.
You know, it's, I mean, you can't, it's like, I don't know if it's like samsara is like use toilet paper, but it's like cake tastes good. You know, so it's how do you like apply disgust of like existence or something else?
말 된다. 쫄리든 코 말했어. 쫄리든 코진 말해.
맞아. 그 자기야, 자고.
아니야, 척척이야. 척척.
기부도 삼겨라지.
야,
대화도 대화 삼겨라잖아.
제가 대 나와 삼바도 소치소 잡아대.
이 연하다는 게 좀 매를 다.
아니, 이 제거 말, 이 제도 말해.
So usually, like I mean, we think, like, oh, having, a delicious cake, is very delicious, it's blissful, it makes me happy, things like that. That's what we think, right? Oh, I'll be happy if I have that. That's what we go and have. So that shows that we have kind of attachment towards that. So when we have that, the cake itself is not a samsara, but that attachment that we have is a samsara. So then when we have anything, any kind of attraction, towards samsaric things like, delicious food, comfortable house and or luxurious car and so forth, all these things, then that shows that we are attached to the samsara, and so we don't have renunciation there.
야, 년세가 타원에 저도 세막 찍고 삼도 대 말했어. 남주 파죠. 아마 제가 보고 주요가 있나? 보고 주요. 아마는 얘나 너나 그냥 보고도 삼도 그랬어. 얘나 아마 내가 정말 제거리 내가 로요 칼라사요 많이 같이 제초를 했어. 나 블로그 잘로도 보고도 돼도 된다고.
So that kind of thought, wanting to be free and seeing all these things as disgusting, and all the samsaric things, all the luxuries, the cars or comfortable beds or delicious food, all these things, seeing as all this is disgusting. So this is just temporary. It's not really in reality. It's not happiness at all. Thinking like that, and then seeing all this as disgusting, and with that, then wanting to be free from all these things, from samsara, the whole samsara, throughout day and night. So when you say throughout day and night, doesn't mean that you only have that thought all the time. It doesn't mean that you have to have that. You have to have that thought, and of course, at the beginning, maybe in the front, and then but other time, then you can have it at the back also. So you can still do other things, just like mother who is always thinking about a child. She's always thinking about a child. Even and other times when she's like cooking or driving or whatever she's doing, she's still thinking about in the back of her mind. She's still thinking of her child, but she can still do other things. And so it has to be like that, all the time thinking about it.
Okay. 답변은 지나서 변다. 까마치 곰 잡쇼 갔어. 변다 만주고 빼셔나잖아. 아니면 코에 그 딱가고 러라와 공을 가리나 아니 지까지 소소 차로 사다까지 루땅마토 쥐요 말했으면 나 그랬어. 다마 가지는 그러니까 그 잘로 지내랬어.
And so now think about all the all the things in the world that you find attractive. So think about why you cannot see those things as unattractive. Right? So only the like a basic reason is that this will all be separated from you. You can't be with that all the time. Right? Just think about like that. And at the end, all this will be gone, or you'll be separate from all these things.
Okay, example. If you have $1 million house, are you happy? You think that like everything is perfect? No. If you have $1 million house, tell table yang leka juris. Tell table yang ko jawada yung yung sigures.
So if you have $1 million house, you have $1 million problem.
Yeah, that's right.
So you have some kind of problem there, right? So according to that,
다 가서 미간가 가셔도 빼자라.
taxes, yeah.
가서 미간가 가셔도 다 빼자라. 응들어 와서. 다 전화라 안 $1 million 될 때면 양 셈치 요레스.
And so we all like money, right? But if we have more money, we will be happy or we will be suffering. We'll worry more, right? If we have $1 million, we'll have more worry about it, right? More worry about it.
제가 그 간지 얘는 내외 틈잡 스매면도 차로 그러던데 그래서 그 간지 고외가 내와서 이제 내 롱슈는 득송사만 요 말했어.
So like that, everything in samsara, that's a problem. We think having more money will be happy, or having better house or more expensive house will be happy, but then we get suffering in accordance with that. So like that, everything in samsara has a suffering.
제가 나도 내들 대고는 감바 고기로 모टा 고기 되나 나도 teleta 다시 잔데 슈 차대 로스 다 된들 말해
And so, of course, in order to live, we have to have all these things, right? We have to have a house to live in, we have to have a food to eat, clothes to wear. But then the problem with this is that we are so attached to it, and so attached to it that we think, oh, this is the real deal, this will bring real happiness to you.
제가 가서 배우에 나에 빼줘 가서 못 가고 지요 사사니죠 그 사사에 세나지 사도 정도래 살아지요 런고지 디바라야 그거는 다들 시에서다 사도 세노서 고사를 세나지 그래서
So like the earthworm, the earthworm. So that's the saying. I mean, it just I don't know who has read their mind, but they said that the earthworm will be like miser, about the earth. That they think, oh, maybe I will use up all this earth. They are very miser, greedy or miser, about the earth, thinking that they're going to use up all this earth. The earthworm, the worm, they eat earth, is it? Yeah. So they're thinking that they're going to use up all the earth in us.
오케이 다들 오케이 다
Worry.
오케이 근데 다 간다를 간지 단 코알라 타고 온도 코알라 타와지 토고 온도 배나 코알라 마타나 양종 코알라 지요 양 코에 동아 다 텔레디나 면소티어 다 간지 가진 코알라 마탄데 일단 지금 모두 세면 가진 코알라 탄지 로직 인데까지 이나 제나 텔라 타야가 답이 제거로 와서
And so anyway, so if we think about all these sufferings in the samsara, and then how we are born again and again. So if we don't free ourselves from samsara, we will be born again in samsara, and then we'll have to go through all these sufferings again. So think about when we think about that, then we want to be free from suffering. So from the samsara. Sorry.
오케이 다한테니 다들 이해와 같나 아니 데미지 사당 대지 사니 있어
So that's the renunciation. So in order to have this the ground from within the division of ground and path, you have to have the renunciation. So now next is the division, right? So it says when grounds are divided, there are two, Hinayana ground and Mahayana ground.
다 네가 대제 테메시다다 전태한 것이어서 지당 양 가고 다 남지용 것이다 이오레스
So then there's two way of dividing these the Mahayana path and the Hinayana, the Mahayana ground and Hinayana ground. So one is from the tenets point of view, and the other one is from the path's point of view.
제가 전태한 것이나 안에 샤라마와지 도대와지 이가다 안에 테메자다 이오레스
And so from the tenets point of view, there are the four tenets, right? The Vaibhashika, Sautantika, Chittamatrin, and Madhyamika. Right? So among these four, the first two, the Vaibhashika and Sautantika, are Hinayana grounds.
안에 샘사마당 오마와니 다 대화치 못하다 이오레스
And then the mind-only school and the middle way school are Mahayana grounds.
안에 머르베 스콜세다 안에 오마란제바다 탄제바 고난 바니 이시엔도 그래서
And in the middle way school, again, there is like the two, right? The Savatantika, Madhyamika school, and Sautantika, and the Pasangika Madhyamika school.
오케이 다때 대 전태한 거 대화치 주시다 그다 전태한 거
So that's from the point of view of the tenets, right?
다때는 냠내징이 단대가 가려서나 배낭 안도 산지 좀 된데게 아니 주마소다 벌라 아니 레저게 소마치다 빨리가 소니오레 빨리까지 소샤바 강하게 바 대냠내징에도 나도 대매라고 그래서 아니 레저게 소샤바 강하게 바데 아니 나도 대신라고 그래서
And then also, from the point of view of the path, like Buddha, when he taught the Dharma, he taught in two different languages. They said like taught in the Pali language and Sanskrit language. And so everything that was taught in the Pali language are Hinayana path, and everything that was taught in the Sanskrit language is the it's the Mahayana path.
제가 다 단대가다 아니 대매기 주념들 랭게 다 대급서요 롬바서도 써요잖아
And so now at this time, there are many countries, right? Where the Mahayana, the Hinayana teachings are practiced. Do you know any countries?
who's countries
Burma,
okay Burma Thailand
Thailand, oh, maybe, what is
ahead, yeah. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, that's correct. Sri Lanka, Thailand, Cambodia, Laos, Burmese, how many? Oh, any other countries? Like that. Like,
Malaysia, would that be next?
I don't know Malaysia. Okay, that tunzo danda ani danda nganzo gi ani nete dewa lagare. Ani tani chila nete dewa lagare. Tani chila ani teme gi ta chunya beleng lagare.
So yeah, those are the Hinayana school, right? Hinayana school or Kasnetin Dewa?
Nete dewa. Kudo nete dewa lagare. Kudo mil. Papa nete ba. Kudo mi jenchi nete ba lagare. Nete dewa lagare.
Tadal
다야 대가서 아니 딱 군두기 대상 아니 테메 송문도 왔어. 아니 발리 트레디션 마송문도 테메에서 대야 야보면 되었어.
So like the Hinayana, when you say Hinayana, Hina means like a law, so they like he's always mentioned this that doesn't sound good, to call like law school, like a law school, so that usually they use the term Theravadin, right? Theravadin for the Hinayanas.
오케이 다 단다 태와 침부고 점태용 냠네 제들아 소요르나
And then in the Mahayana
whose country
tenets, who's the Mahayana school of tenet, you know who they are? Lumba Sigori.
lumba
Sorry, Geshe mentioned means country. Which countries?
which countries
Mongolia, parts of Russia, China, maybe Nepal, Tibet, Vietnam,
yes Vietnam I think Korea
Taiwan, Japan.
yeah tunzo 단다 어두조 레사 두조 yeah those countries tunzo 다 아니 Sanskrit tradition 아니 단다 Nalanda tradition 도 차다 요레스
So those countries follow.
yeah okay
They follow the Mahayana, or Sanskrit, teachings taught in the Sanskrit language, and they follow the Nalanda tradition.
제다다 디나라 셈সম마 요레 아니 오마라지바 오마탄지바 요레스다
So in that, there's a mind-only school, the Sapadantiga Madhyamika school, and Prasangika Madhyamika school.
제다다 자급 수술은 간 것이 메로
Yeah, so not sure which countries practice which.
아니 다 배회가 가도 다 탄지바 일라고 요레스라야
So the Tibetans claim that they are Prasangika Mahayana, Prasangika Madhyamika.
오케이 대지 다 점태한 곳에는 대지 때문에 자다니도 와서 대두르다 점태한 거
So in terms of the tenets, there's the Hinayana and the Mahayana grounds, right?
오케이 되나 이와라 태메지 사다 대지 산도 다 되대 다 대신 사다 태메가 사는 거는 다 아니 냠래라 자고 다 냠래라 안 단대 연주고 삼이와 연주고 삼바데 샹적고 생부 수요나 아니 태와 전부 자로를 태와 연주 여바지 샹적고 삼매나 아니 태메지 사 저는 그래서
And so that, we talked about the renunciation, right? Earlier. So if that renunciation is conjoined, with the bodhicitta, then it becomes Mahayana path. And if it is not conjoined with the bodhicitta, then it becomes Hinayana path.
오케이 다 된지가 샹적고 생 마생이 사 냠슬랭이 수르스나
And so who are the one, who develop renunciation that is not conjoined with the bodhicitta?
어
Yeah.
니투들 앉아 오다 니투들 앉아 오케이 다들 하고서 될만 만라고 니용도 와서
Yeah. So hearers and soldier advisors. So there are two kinds, right?
오케이 다 동보인다 다 들어가면 아주 들어와요
Any
in
question
questions
on that?
clear
But what were the name of the two schools in the Hinayana? One was the Vaibhashika.
Vaibhashika and Sautantika.
Thank you.
okay any questions yes
So when you enter the path, it's through renunciation, but so when it says clear realization, are you referring to any specific clear realization?
no 다 람주 아니 연주고 jel라잉 가다지 다 연대세도 고쳐
So any kind of good qualities.
So if somebody enters the path of accumulation and they have morality, that's a clear realization.
yeah
That's a ground.
yeah that's correct yeah 대 람주 가다지 연대 가리나 연대 차도 사차돼 그래
Yeah.
람차돼
So any kind of quality, good qualities within the continuum of the someone who have entered a path is the ground.
Okay. 다 냠내체 다 당보 냠내체 가래 내주제도 왔어.
So like when you first practice, when you practice, the first what you generate, in the path, is renunciation, right?
Okay. 다 내주제다 말로 니도 왔어.
And then there are two ways of generating renunciation, right?
What are they? 근데 샹주 샘기 샘빙 내주제다 지다 샹주 샘 맞으면 내주제다 지다. 대
Yeah.
Hinayana is
Yeah.
for oneself only or
Yeah.
for others as well?
Okay.
Hinayana is
So both renunciation can join with the bodhicitta or without bodhicitta.
one thing.
Okay. It's correct. Maybe I said different way, maybe you're confused. Okay. Okay. 샹주 샘 내주제다 니도 왔어. 아니 샹주 샘 맞았나? 아니 야무나 년투 야무나 라자 찬도 그래서.
중니셔. 깨당선은
내주니에서 깨당이다.
깨당도 말이야.
내주니 사다. 간지 내주니.
Two kinds of renunciation.
Other-
Maybe say two
maybe
kinds.
say
Not
Okay.
the two way of generating, but two kinds of renunciation. One with the bodhicitta and one without a bodhicitta.
오케이. 드레다 다 딘리기 안에 대지의 대면이지. 다 대인안에 다 동보 대미지 사이 시험보다 아랑간 레버티브 얘데 대미지대 다 대미지 남주인 거만 또 받으려고 왔어. 대
Then,
대미지 사이 대니.
so now it's talking about the Hinayana grounds, right? So the Hinayana grounds, there's a heater's ground and Exalted ground. The heater's ground, the definition of Hinayana ground, the definition of Hinayana ground is a clear realization of one who has entered a Hinayana path that serves as a basis for the many good qualities that are its effect. So you can see the only difference it made is the Hinayana path, right?
Okay.
Instead of saying just a path, it says Hinayana path now.
제가 얘데 저거들마다 아니 배나 대매길 아니 남주지 다 그러고 뭐뭐 또 봐서 다 대매지 남고 얘데 대매 강아지 얘데 내려오죠.
So this is a clear realization or the good qualities of the one who has entered in a Hinayana path that serves as a basis for many good qualities that are its effect.
오케이. 배나던다 이형 질라야 아니 뭐다마나 아랑은 레버집이 이형 지지 아니 얘네 때문에 되시비 아니 이형 지지 아니 다 얘네나 고 들려 고로 강사 소소소거나.
So you can also refer to an individual person, like you can say a clear realization of Eon, that serves as a basis for the many good qualities that are its effect. It's a definition of ground within Eon's continuum.
오케이. Yes.
What happens if somebody has renunciation but they don't have any other good qualities?
대파지 요 말데.
That's not possible.
It's not possible.
You can't be disgusted by samsara and just be an awful person.
No. 얘네 내주자 제선다 얘네도 대저 동제였어.
Yeah, you have hundreds and thousands of millions of qualities, good qualities once you have generated renunciation.
배나 대매기 배나 간주 질라 얘네 자라도는 못 보여서 간주 질라.
So even if we have many good qualities, who have not entered the path, right? And then imagine someone who has already entered the path.
10단계 semje 가는데 연대 치는 파지 요 말에. 얘네 다 나춘이 셰베 연대돼 가지고 남바마도 양 요거 말어 왔어.
So actually there isn't anybody who doesn't have a good quality. Everybody has good qualities, right? But of course the good quality of the Buddhism maybe only Buddhist has.
오케이. 이제 다 데미지 사이 되니지. 다 텔라예와 가세나?
And now how many are there? When divided, how many are there? The Hinayana ground. When these are divided,
오케이.
it exists, it says, right?
오케이. 기가 제드 시하나?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
단대 아니 단대 탄이데 가서 단대 야 쳐서 제바 셔발라 간조야 반다 겐도 뉴쇼야 탄이데 샤고 단대 간조 양 놀아서 요래서 겐도 뉴쇼다 줘.
And so in order to fully understand this, again, there is another text, it's called 20 Sangha text. And so you have to, you have to understand all these different terms from that.
and 다 디나네 누소 아니 멤베 사제에서 디나 용고 요래서.
And so like, the eight, the lower grounds, eight lower grounds, it's called eight lower grounds, and it comes from there.
다들 고대원에 와면 리지사선도 아니 리지사세데 아니 다 초람도 조람이가 고요래서.
And so anyway, so to make it simple, easier to understand, it says the ground of lineage. This is referring to the path of accumulation and path of preparation.
And 텔레드는 딱 간제 태와 대대티 릭 코너릭 차다래 릭 세다래 릭.
And so once you have enter into the path or the path of accumulation or preparation, then you have already and achieved the lineage of that ground or that path.
어때지? 레다 안에 코 니도나 니도를 라자나 라자를 태와치면 태와치면 코너릭 차다나 안에 릭이 사세 되고.
So if it is the path of accumulation or preparation of the healers or soul realizers or the Mahayana, then you become the lineage of that path, a lineage of the Mahayana path, a lineage of the healers path, or lineage of the soul realizers path.
안에 뒤에서 제비사사죠. 제비사. 제비사때 다때 나도 슈네 제사 때로 슈네 제사 좀 다니시잖아. 아니 지슈 슈바다 지슈인데니 쇼고 슈바다 쇼고인데니 다니시더래. 아니 지슈 슈바나 지슈인데고 쇼고 슈바나 쇼고인데고 아니 쇼고 슈바나 쇼고인데니 다주 슈바다 좀 되네세.
And so again, like I mentioned about the 20 sanghas, so there's like the stream winner, once returner, never returner, and then arhat. So those four, right? And then there's the entrance, to the stream winner, and then abidance, in the stream winner, or the result of the stream winner, and then there's like that. So there's four, so there's two for each of those four. So that's what it's talking about when it says the ground of 8.
different.
No, that's
This is different. 제다다 데라 타니 mambu 쇼여래. 나wo 쇼여래. 배 고니 타고여래.
So there's this many, the terms or the terminologies. So for these ones, so it's a little bit difficult to understand. I mean, difficult. It's a little confusing because we're not familiar with all those other terms, right?
제외사사는 안에 다좀데 제와 들어왔어. 담았대. 다좀데 담보 제외가 담보였나? 주유가 차대. 되게 쓰다 말아지. 신내시게 담보데 다좀데 제와를 왔어. 다 제외가 담보스 거래. 담보도 주유.
개박의 당부?
제가 담보는 다 진이 섬진 같은데 제자라. 다 주유도 담보로 왔어.
네.
다 주유 사들래 그랬어.
So like the stream winner, so that's like at once that's when you first become Arya or superior beings, you enter into the supreme being, and then after that so you practice the once returner. So maybe after practicing maybe one more time you still come back, and then never returner is that once you're done with that then you never return back, and then another one is the Arhat. So Arhat, so you become Arhat, and then there's each of them have two, like enter and the abidance, Shukpada Dene, and so abidance or abiding in result, and abidance on result, and entering and abiding on result. So those two. So the eighth one would be the Arhat, so who have achieved the result of Arhat.
And 제외가 담보라나? 주유자도 제외가 담보.
So of the 8, the first one of the 8, will be the stream winner.
다때까지 가지
Entering
듣니
the stream winner.
간지 애는 너도 채와때 애는 내녀 거 내외니 뭐 빠마방 채와요 그랬어 내녀.
And so then, so how you make the difference? How do you differentiate these, and 8, depending on how much the desarium delusions you have abandoned.
아니 다내 가르나 아니 닌틴 토노 토마토 되게 다 계시들 닌틴 토놈 리기사제데 졸론도 토놈 로송was 단도 토노 베지 계시거든 토노지.
So the first one, the lineage, is referring to, as I mentioned, path of accumulation and path of preparation, and the ground of 8, is starting from the path of seeing.
아니 시동도 레레레 근데 시 얼마 제보용 그랬어.
So each of these will be explained in more detail later.
나 졸론도 졸론 대시 제보용 그랬어. 난디 사제사데 제보용 거 말해.
And so this one is just mentioned here, right? So only here, only this part, to just to give you knowledge about that. So there will be no further explanation of that, but there will be a further explanation of the path of accumulation and path of preparations.
아니 지주치 통위사다 아니 대방에선 통화인자 지주 내내라도 그래서 아니 대방에선 통화는 통위사.
And so then the ground of seeing is that like when you have seen the emptiness directly, when you have seen emptiness directly, so that's like the abiding in the result of the stream window.
그래와 아니 뒤에 요때 아니 세베살라 그래서 아니 세베사데 아니 쇼고 그래 쇼고사들이 아니 간지 묘모파 데스탑도 당토 그래서 뇌 묘모 답답 뇌 두밤 주 방사인다 아니 데스탑도 당사를 때 고쇼 그래서.
And then the ground of diminishment, is referring to the once returner. So when you have reached that level, then you have made the delusions very thin. And there's like we have very thick delusions, right? And so the delusion becomes very thin, or like when you divide in the 9 level of the delusion, it has abandoned up to 6 levels already.
아니 뒤에 오던 내샤다 트라비사래 너샤다 트라비사 세바데 아니 시모라고 그래서 아니 뒤에 돈이 자도 빠다 그래서.
So the ground free from attachment, so that's referring to the never returner. The never returner have already abandoned all the 9 desire and delusions.
뭐지 아니 샤와토베스는 다 아니 다추미라고 그래서 내가 다추미라고.
And then the ground realizing the produced is referring to arhat.
아니 샤와도 제사세다 나다 샤와도 제사 늑송사대 이래 있고 이거 이제.
And so it means like since it's already produced, so your result is produced, so it's already done.
아니 년도도 라자도 다큐멘트는 당한 득송스 다 그렇게 제토 삼고 그래서.
And so ground realizing the produced, so that's referring to the arhat, the heroes and soul realizers. So then once you have achieved that, then they think, oh, this is all done now, and it's produced, so there's no more to go, no more to do.
제가 간이 늑송산으로 인진한테 랭도 해서 샤와 동배사세.
the
샤와든 득sab다. 샤와도 제
자와스는 먼저도
레가데.
제바세더라.
그런 레가데 제사 있어. Yeah.
So this is produced, it's like the product, that's already
I'm done like that.
done, right?
안에 뒤에 올라다 년도 사세지다. 다들 차상 루루제 시거든. 년도 사대 년도를 남셔서 차상 시거든.
And then there's the ground of healers, so that's referring to all the grounds of the healers.
안에 년도 사 안에 뒤에 가라 라자기 사세지. 다 라자서 찜으면 was.
And then there's the ground of the exalted realizers.
오케이. 다 양나 뒤에 가라야 안에 까본나마도 사세 찌찌게 돼. 까본나마도 사세 찌바이나 리지사 찌그 말해서.
And then other grounds, such as the ground of seeing white action, as it is aspect are similar. So that because a couple of those are the.
까본나마도 사찌나 리지사 찌그 말해서. 되니 찌미 찌그 말해서.
So so here the of white action, the ground of seeing the white action, if that is counted, then they will not count the ground of lineage.
간서나 안에 리지 이나 까본나마도 안에 사대 jelachevana kangda dichi ani yentege ri chasan ta yaba jesa ge shirawo de shingaru ta cha de sen koros.
So it says once you have developed that the ground of seeing the white action, then you have already developed a basis for developing all other good qualities after that.
다 시당 디 올마야 아니 라자 게 변나 총나마 간이 쇼요 총나가 된다 총나 체주 때 시당 데 시리를 연구했다 데 대당은 마도 장간에 루요 봤어.
So we're just going through this roughly now, but the more detail of each path, each ground will come later.
Okay? 다 되지 다 단나데 대가 테메가 사인테니 다 테메 사인테니 가르래.
So that's the definition of the Hinayana ground, right? So what's the definition of Hinayana ground?
His phone talking about it. Okay? 다 텔레야와 가세요나?
So how many divisions are there to the Hinayana path?
Okay. What are they?
Ground of 8, ground of seeing, ground of diminishment, ground free from attachment, ground realizing the produced, ground of hearers, ground of solitary realizers.
다 너서 가르나 안에 년투 또 년투 안에 람주 강다지 다 람고인데 강다지 또배인데 가까시가 되는 거래서.
And so it's just talking about all the qualities, right? The good qualities, within the continuum of the one who has entered into the healer's path.
배차시나 다 지나서 남바를 왔어. 제가 지나서 저 연된 잠다 못 보여라 왔어. 자주 샹집섬 그 돈바. 아니 상하가 돈바 세야다. 먹이 쳐보고 들음 세야다. 아니 먹이와 지시비 시바세야다. 다 나중에 된도시가 남다. 그좀 힘이 가가 여러 왔어. 대소도 왔어.
And so, like each of us, we are Buddhists, right? So we can say we are Buddhists, and we have qualities, right? That quality of knowing, the 70 topics. You have many of you have learned the certain topics, or you have the good qualities such as the tantric vows or bodhisattva vows, and the vows, all the knowledge, even just the knowledge of knowing what are the 10 and virtual actions and so forth. So all these are qualities, all these are good qualities.
제가 샹쪽에서 냠네 잠백에 냠네 계획의 배시비 시바 디빈 님시비 시바도 여러 봐 저도 여러.
So all the practices, of the bodhicitta, or like maybe artificial bodhicitta, or practice, of the generosity, practice of morality, effort, and all these things that you have, or even just the knowledge of knowing what is good and what is bad, right? And knowledge of knowing the advantages of the virtues, the knowledge of knowing the disadvantages of the non-virtues, like that. So even those are good qualities.
오케이. 대도 단대 년도 강사도 지래 연대가 오예된 내려요다. 그 연대 내려요다. 그 연대도 좀 아니 딱가고 미다 미카가 다 여러 가지.
And so like that, this is all these qualities that is mentioned in the continuum of the healers and sorted rajas.
배나 전화도 지런디 산제 꾸나 차상 희비 강강 오시기도 해.
So do you know all these Buddhas? What is the name of each Buddha? Do you know? Like some of them. If you don't know all of them, you know some of them, or you know all of them, right? So that's a knowledge also, right? That's a good quality.
제다야 단대도야 깨잖아. 로치기 시기도 가가시 그랬어.
So now is it the same mind or different mind that knows each of them? So for example, like the mind that knows Lama Tsongkhapa, is it the same mind which knows the Buddha, or is it a different mind?
everybody different, right? That they young of the stage, right?
Mind have two different ontologies. So it's knowledge of mind.
So is it one mind that knows both of them, or is it like a separate mind? So the mind that knows the Lama Tsongkhapa doesn't know the mind that knows doesn't know the Buddha. The mind that knows Buddha doesn't know the Lama Tsongkhapa. Is that right? Is it like that? Or is it or you can say mind that knows Lama Tsongkhapa also knows Buddha?
It knows one mind, and my basis for that is the definition of mind is clear and knowing. So if the definition of mind is clear and knowing, then the mind can have knowledge of more than one topic.
그래서 알래.
그래서는 다 서시리 버디 세 로이시니레스 근데 로치그레사 나는 상계 쉐베 로디다 나는 더 제르무 쉐베 로니 치그레스
알래 아니 산지 시외 로다 치시외 간제 제나다 change 로치 무죠 말하나.
So that means you have only one mind.
가가 사실이 뭐냐 봤어.
Because they all are clear and knowing.
제가 change 로치 무죠 말하지.
So that means you have only one mind?
The definition of mind is clear. Right, we agree on that.
제가 나도
But do we agree on that?
야
of
됐
course.
그래.
We have a basis.
야.
Okay.
나도 제가 이 와서 테마만도 섬이 와서 돌로만도 섬이 와서 시자데 시당 돌로만도.
Maybe I'm blurring the different note. I'm trying to analyze the problem. Maybe
Like even the
I'm
value
thinking-
cognition, right? We have value cognition that we have, right?
Mhm.
And that we have, and many different kind, right?
Yes, that I
Yeah, so that's different.
다 전에 전하는 게 되나.
Maybe I'm confusing consciousness with mind. Or
제가 전에 간신하지도 가지 돌로니 가가지 가로 레드도 왔어.
이나다 치보라다. 그건 삼은 로이나.
로 인바드 치바다 다 론 담으라고 왔어.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean they're all same being a mind, but there has different kind of minds.
오케이.
There are different kind of minds.
okay,
Aren't they facets of the same mind?
that's what I was thinking.
아.
Yes.
That's what I was thinking.
The lochigi the yawarasa the sama.
log yawarita, log yawachi. Lola yawandapena. Mila mised shino mila chiro, mised chiro.
Yeah, of course, you can say they are all mind, they are all part of the mind, right? Just like when you say human being is one, human being is one, right? But then there's so many different kind of human beings like that.
Cheda lola na chibar, sashir mala chigrawas.
So the same like that, when you say mind, it's one, it's like one that is clear and knowing.
Cheta ani tanda kanju topic lo, tenju topic lo, kolo topic lo, kanga mamudu was.
So then I'm not wrong. So then there's the aspect that knows this pillar, there's the aspect that looks at this little knobby thing.
Yes,
and
yes.
sees the statue.
But it's a different mind.
Yeji trangada nyambi shibar yorse, yeji trangada nyambi shibar yorse.
So there is an equal number of mind as there are objects.
Oh, objects to be ascertained. Okay.
So is that like?
Anyway, this doesn't matter. The ngi to take pega jana tanda nganzo mambo lab dem bande chi mambo. Shanju semba tijela yonde manda on dendere yore set kokota. Yeje de ngi chanto lai de terida.
So main thing is just to know that we have all these different kind of qualities, right? Good qualities, of knowing all these different things. And like that, of course, bodhisattvas and the healers and soul leaders, they all have the great qualities.
Okay?
Those different minds that know all those different things, they're still facets of the same mind, part of the same mind.
Yeah. Part also.
로직이 자실에서.
Lo chi chaje mare. Lu chaje chi.
Not one mind, not part of one mind, but part of a mind.
Part of mind.
Part of a mind, yeah. Not part of one mind,
Part of online.
Part of the
part
mind.
of mind.
Okay, part
A
of
mind,
Okay, got
not
Yes.
one particular mind.
it. Okay.
Probably just terminology, I'm probably wrong. This is how I was looking at it, so the eye consciousness that sees the cup is a different eye consciousness than sees the book.
Yes.
Yes.
But they're both
That's-
eye consciousness.
They're
Yes,
both
yes.
icons, exactly, yeah.
I was thinking because the mind that knows Lam Tsongkhapa, the mind that knows the Buddha are still mental consciousness.
They're both
Yes,
mental.
mental
That's
Yes.
what I thought.
That's
too,
true.
the
Yes.
mind
Object
consciousness
is different.
That's
Yeah.
right, yeah. So
They're
there's a
both
different
mental.
mind.
The eye
It's an
consciousness.
object, but why is there a different mind?
간신의 쉐바카가 그랬어.
역학으로 와서.
I'm not talking about mental consciousness.
Yeah. 다들 간신 율라 때는 쉐바인 거라.
제가 역학은 예 들었던 시발 제게로 와서.
Yeah, because there's a different object. The object serves as a condition for that mind. So when you say a mind that knows Lama Tsongkhapa, the mind that knows Lama Tsongkhapa, Lama Tsongkhapa statue or Lama Tsongkhapa, and without Lama Tsongkhapa there will be no mind that knows Lama Tsongkhapa. So Lama Tsongkhapa, the mind that knows Lama Tsongkhapa depends on Lama Tsongkhapa.
Yeah.
See, that's one. So that's why. So that mind comes from that object. So just like that, mind that knows Buddha comes from a Buddha also. Without a Buddha, there will be no mind that knows Buddha.
Okay.
Lama Tsongkhapa shayagi lo tiki, then Buddha shayagi lo, Buddha shigmara.
시그마 데카가로 와서.
And so the mind which sees Lama Tsongkhapa, which knows Lama Tsongkhapa, doesn't know Buddha.
다 간도 시그마르세. 간도 벤. 다 산제는 시그. 산제가 로식 자당 두고 이랬어.
So it's in our mind, right? In our case, my mind which sees the Buddha cannot see in the Lama Tsongkhapa. So that there are two separate minds, but they're all part of mind. They're all mind, but different kind of minds. But in the continuum of a Buddha, it's all one. So in the Buddha's mind, which knows Lama Tsongkhapa, also knows Buddha, and also knows the house, also knows the car, everything. So Buddha would be different. But in our case, right, in our regular, normal, ordinary people case, it would be like separate minds.
벤은
Knowledge and mind are the same thing.
Knowledge is that you the Sheba said them on the Yudeshe.
야야야 됐어요.
That mind is what contains the knowledge.
That did a lapshot, right?
그래.
Same Yunde Sungior Majig, same Yunde the same Mariso.
얘네들 쌤 말. 다 얘네들 쌤 로스. 그지 쌤 얘네들
Same
로스.
Nang Layores.
그지 쌤 자시 이래. 얘네들 쌤 자시 이래.
Yeah, it's a part of mind.
야.
Quality, the knowledge is a part of mind. Knowledge means like knowing, right?
Yeah.
Knowing. So what knows? Mind knows. Who knows it? Mind knows it. So who is the knower? It's the mind. Knower.
다데 따시로 따시 넘어 땅 이랬어. 다 연대래 연대도 쌤 레베 이 따시 넘어 땅 이랬어.
Of course, we can debate on that.
야.
And it's the
Che-
reason you make the distinction between like, an ordinary being and like an enlightened being is like an ordinary being enlightened mind could be many,
Yeah,
many
yeah,
topics
yeah,
at
yeah.
one time.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
that
규칙을
correct?
왜?
뒤줄에 차던가 추가
나도 요 말하는 것도 규칙을 또 말써라.
나도 뒤죽 동만도 그냥 말이야. 나도 뒤 로카가 차로 그래.
규칙을 또 그래. 규칙 또 말.
뒤지에 또 말아 왔어.
응.
나도 나 또건도 삼 거야. 나도 강가 집안 통고야 그랬어. 옛날에 따다 연구해 말이야. 나도 싸마다 거니 그게 내가钱 자고 말이야. 나도 강가 집안 통도 놓았어.
So yeah, to us we feel like it's doing the same thing, right? To us, like when I'm looking here, I think I see Jen and I see Ian at the same time. But I'm not seeing. When I'm looking at Jen, I don't really see clearly Ian. I'm looking at Ian, I don't see Jen. Even though I can see both of them, but one is vague and one is more clear. So it's like, but we say, oh, I see everybody. I see everybody. There's no way I can see everybody. And I can see only one person and then others. So one at a time like that.
제대로는 내 리식 레자래. 리식 레자. 미식도 좀 말해. 나가서 미식이 단 통을 못 하려고 그랬어.
So this thing, like the touch, the touch is what? It's the body consciousness, right? It's the object of body consciousness, right? But our eye consciousness sees it also now. The object of touch.
We have endless body.
Yeah, we have, but of course, different kind of body consciousness, right? But is it the eye consciousness also? Can you see the object of the touch?
No.
You can only ask yes.
See the object.
Okay.
I can't,
okay.
can't feel it.
Yeah.
Can't feel it.
Okay, now we cannot go. We don't want to go there. Yes.
The
제단도
mind that know Buddha now and the mind that know Buddha after you study 20 years, is that the same mind?
Yeah, 가와차라.
no different mind.
Or if you still
Or
Different times.
when you're 20
Different.
years old and when
Yeah.
you're
Yeah,
80
different.
years old?
Yeah.
or different kind of
Because
mind.
things constantly change.
This is the kind of ng마디 그런다 심만 못 차거 봐. 야 telling 세마이 먹게 자 뭐 그랬어요.
So then this is like the a different kind of mind. Like we can there's have you heard about the valid cognition and inferential cognition, or like 세마당 제바세라.
제바.
And then the subsequent cognition, like the subsequent cognition. Have you heard about it? Yeah. So subsequent cognition, it'll be like you know it now, and then maybe after some time, maybe a year or 10 years later, then you know it again. You see it again. It will be different. So the first you see is a valid cognition. Second time you see is a subsequent cognition. So it's a different kind of mind.
Okay, 다들 간지 내려는 다 내려야 돼. 간지 얘랑 년도 강사 이제 랑부 냠내는 거 곧 대시에 되고 그 민만하고 다시 한번 시도.
So anyway, so this is talking about again the hearers, like the hearers path. So so the Hinayana path. So each Hinayana path have all these different kind of divisions, and then talking about during each time, that's what they have. What kind of knowledges or what kind of delusions they have abandoned.
Okay. 제다 빼나 마고다 제니퍼니 빼나 제니퍼기 차도 캔래요치. 마고 람에 와이나 차도에 개와디 제니퍼기 될래요. 마고리요 말해서. 그대로 찔래요. 다 요대서 요미 치와도 되는 거다.
And so, like like say Jennifer has has made a promise not to drink alcohol, and she has that quality, that knowledge, the quality of having abandoned drinking alcohol, and Michael hasn't done that. So that's like Jennifer has that quality, but Michael doesn't have it. So that's like a difference of having or not having the quality.
Okay, 된다. 대다 년투 강사도 gelaya 그 녀바 녀모 대반에 아니 람데토 거다서 녀모 너바는 람데토도 과감이다 그래서.
And so then just similarly in the hearer's path, the person who is on a hearer's path, he or she will be called in such and such, like stream winner, once returner, never returner, depending on what kind of qualities that person has.
Okay?
What kind of realizations or
Yes.
qualities that person has.
Catching that second part of that name, stream what?
Stream winner, like winning.
Winning?
Yeah.
Like in
Junshuk
water?
said. Junshuk said.
아,
Junshuk said.
아, 지슈도 다들 다 가르러 가르러나 그지.
I thought it was called
That-
stream enter.
Stream enter.
I've heard that.
Junshura.
I think maybe
Yeah, stream enter. Stream enter.
Yeah.
Stream. Jundushukba.
저도 슈바. 쇼모. 렌치 쇼모. 다때까지 타니마로 왔다 민다마로 못 와요까지.
So yeah, there's different terms like that. So entering into the
강사 그 이제 연대가 신을 남다 그래서 강사 이제 계속 돈 맞이나 믿으라 계수라 그래. 개노지는
가르 jundushukba.
지축
준슈 준디 거래.
다 대형 알라이메다 그네 봐 갈라이메다 지축 슈바다 지축 데네스 다 간제 내년 빠야라야 즉다 좀be 갑자기 그래 내년 빠야
준도 쇼가.
야 간제 강사되지 연대기 전에 거남 미마라마라 다 한 거였어
맞다. 그런데 책딩 아주 준세요. 되게 단다 가라서 와 그래서.
Okay, I don't know this 된다.
The
I'll-
stream, I don't know why it's called stream.
Yeah, I will find, okay?
But we'll find out.
I will find next time. It's my homework. Okay? Okay, 딱 괜찮아도 근데 라야 돼 간다. 강사지 연대 마다 강사 그거 기가 말해. 강사지 연대 마다는 콜 미마다 디지 연대 디지 미마다.
So anyway, because of the the different level of quality or different amount of qualities that each person has, that's why they have different names like stream enter or once returner, never returner, or arhat, for destroyer.
Okay. 나 근데 딴 괜찮아도 저는 생이들 놀선데 야 보셔라 그래서.
And so if possible, it would be good to memorize these definitions.
Okay? Okay, now go back to homework. 다 homework은 또 해야 된다. 정말 homework도 또 해야 돼. 너 같이 또 많이 됐어.
So then during the homework, we'll do the debates. We'll do the
가르쳐나-
debates from the others.
가서 다 보면 말. 단 네가 디베트 가래 이 시기 소세대 뭐 디콜을 했어. 이 시기 소세대 가래 아니 돈이 또 배기 로직 거기 왔어. 대가도 하루 됐어.
So in our system, according to our system, the definite, I mean the exalted wisdom, has to be one that has realized emptiness, right? Has realized emptiness.
오케이. 다 대다다 섬거면 생각도 산이 쨘점나네. 수 다다면 수 맞다다 하고 말어.
And so that is the main thing to remember about the exalted wisdom is that it has realized emptiness.
오케이. What's the homework?
The first question was, why is mind-only assessed, so why is the mind-only system's assessed object of the Arya's meditative equipoise not reasonable?
Okay. Okay, who's giving answer? All right.
I mean, I tried to break, I mean, it was a little bit of a journey for me, so I don't know that I'm right. So
Okay.
bear that in mind, but what I tried to do is just break it down into pieces, so it's a long answer, so hopefully there's some benefit to this. So I did mind-only system, all phenomena are merely mind. I tried to, really get the definitions and then figure that out. Meditative equipoise is an undistracted state of mind that is achieved through various methods of meditation. And I found on the internet a teaching that happened in England in August 2017, Kensur Rinpoche and Geshe Kensho commentary on the Heart Sutra. And so an object of an Arya's meditative equipoise is emptiness. And they were talking about looking for emptiness, so one must ascertain the object to be negated. Okay? So that's kind of like what this whole process is an object to be negated. And then my second point is mind only fails to deliver. So when you say not reasonable means that, why are they not successful? Is that the mind only fails to deliver because they view all phenomena, objects, and mind are the same. And it was my opinion that if you feel that all objects, all phenomena, and mind are the same, you have no hope of being able to even find emptiness because you're not able to negate any, you don't have a point of reference. So I don't know if that's good or bad.
그래서 지금
더 그런 생각도 들었어요. 샘삼박이 먼저 더 가서 냠샤이식 가서 율디 동니 거래서 거라. 나는 다 샘삼박이 다 율다한테는 유전 삼아 집어쓰기 거래서. 그래서 거의 동니 또 벌어지 가자죠 거래서. 나는 그 동니 또서 율대다한테는 동니 로디 가자 집어샤드는 샘레스던데 그 가자 가서요 말했어. 이제서 되는 샘삼박이 되게 말했어. 샘삼박이 또 말.
샘속인데 샘들라 그래봤어.
So the mind-only school says this mala is mind.
Mind-only school doesn't have, was my understanding of it is that it doesn't have a clear separation. So I felt that, the whole point.
세부지는 그 여체야 말했어.
The whole
율도
point of
유지거라.
this, the whole point is this
Okay.
이제
You think
또
that
그거.
am I on
Okay.
the wrong track or?
I think you're wrong
Okay.
track. Yeah. Same the same with Danya to the same lagu mardase.
It's not saying it's a mind, it's in the nature, it's the nature of mind,
No.
but not a mind.
No. Same with Danya to Tabaris. Kanji
No, I know it's not a mind, but
Okay.
it's but you can't show that it's an external phenomena, that everything is only knowable by mind. We have that in Western philosophy, like Descartes said, I think therefore I am. He would be like a mind.
okay. Anyway, okay.
No good.
No, I'm not saying not good, but still I'm looking for another one. Okay, Jennifer?
Not saying not good.
I'm not saying not good.
Okay. Is it because of the proof statement? So they both schools reference the Haribhata's great commentary, for the natural sign. And I think it's because the way that the mind only presents that the object is emptiness of true existence, and in the middle way school you can't have a non-affirming negative as the predicate, because then you're simply that's simply a state being negated. So like in the mind only, it refutes the statement because the predicate is a non-affirming negative. When emptiness of true existence appears to the mind, all that appears is the statement being negated. So this kind of goes into the second question. The second question, why is the
Yeah.
mind only schools reasonable? And it was because the way they present the proofs is that their predicate, so it says that the non-conceptual exalted wisdom focuses on an object that is empty of true existence because it's a consciousness. So it's an affirming negative.
걸렸어.
The mind of the mega geshe the mind.
아,
mind mega 세죠라.
네네.
동반이가 mega 거래서 mega 거래서. 하나 다들라데 mind geshe도 세서 다음에 들라데. 가래 이제도 지워도 가래 거도.
다 샘샘에 루트 만테 비진세.
가래들아.
가로. 순서대마 대지 돈이 된접대 샘샘에 내루 다 가는 법이 제재 안 돼서 들어와. 근데 오마일도 대바래 샘샘에 만테 비진세.
소도 소진기.
순서대마 대지 돈이 된접.
아래.
법이 제재 잘했어. 근데 샘샘에 만테 바랬어. 오마일은 대바랬어. 오마일은 대비 되지 이거.
So
Okay.
So what is the object? So
For the mind only or for
yeah.
the
I mean that in general, right?
Okay.
We're talking
다
about
주다만 제비진 돈이 돼서.
so emptiness, right? The emptiness that's empty of the mind, and the object of the mind being of different substance. The empty of that, right? So that is seen as emptiness. Right? That's seen as emptiness by mind only, I mean, so, the middle way school, but not by the mind only school. Is that right? So why is it like that? Why? So that emptiness, we're talking about one emptiness. So what is the emptiness?
다
And the
장
question.
되게 랜드 내려오랬다. 그거도 저도. 장도 오도 마든 오들라 샘샘을로 가봐서 있던 마 되게 랜드 요랬어. 샘샘을로 못해 뱉지 들마 요랬어. 마드. 쇼니 받는 거.
So if you look at the page 2, let's see.
지와 샘샘을로 가봐서 요랬어.
So in page 3, where it says refuting the mind-only school, mind-only system. So Geshe, you'll find the answer in here.
But it says, but if you go back to proving the reasonableness of the middle way, that was where the question came from, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
So whether or not.
So why is it reasonable, for the Mahayana and unreasonable for the, not reasonable for the mind-only school?
Right, and if on page 2, if you go to the third
Yeah.
paragraph, it says,
오마베.
well, it explains there that, because it says that for the mind-only school, the object is necessarily emptiness of true existence, and the problem with that, as you go down, the unreasonableness,
하다가 먼저 내버리고 또 맞습니다.
the predicate is
저도 수증이 또
non-affirming
맞으면 그 쉬운데.
negative.
내버리고 또 맞습니다.
수당 수준에 순서 대신이 돈이 된다.
내버리고 또 맞습니다.
네. 순서 수준에 되면 돈이 돼 아니 덴바트 반대 그래서 법인이 제시해야 되고 되니까 이간도 올라다.
Mm-hmm.
돈이 때 주단점에서만 대지 돈이 때 법변이 자자다 안에 데바트만이 안 되고 있어. Okay, what's yours?
So the difference in the two proof statements in the two schools is, you know, the
당모 두서다 샘점이 지랑 두서다. 주제지면 또 돈이 때에서 때 돈이래 데바트바래 법변이 자자 그때 쓰면 되거든.
수기.
샘점에 매 돈이 그지 마 주단 준비면 되면 돈이 때 법변이 자자야래 데바트바야래.
So the emptiness that is apprehended and the apprehender being empty of being different substance, right? So that's the emptiness, right? So mind only school is seeing is both truly established and final mode of being. That 이거를 샘sam을 이거 인식으로 해.
이거죠. 야.
동반이에
동반이에 데바트바예.
Yeah. So that so it's that itself, that itself makes very clear when it says like, the final mode of being is truly established, and the final mode of being. So that emptiness, when it's emptiness in middle way school, it will be like empty of true existence. But here it's saying it's established truly, it's truly established.
But I don't think that was the question. The question we were talking and saying about the objects of the meditative equipoise. Why is it reasonable? Why is it
제가 샘점이 넣어야 되고 못해 바로 왔어.
reaching the system?
오마 벨로테 테베트 제일로 다 당보 샘점리도 못해 봐시고 그러고.
Then 조등 가서 쉐드 가래.
셰데다 샘점리도 못해 봐. 오마
말다. 단단한 가래디 샘점 룰로 메 대바다. 가래디 샘점 다 룰로 대바서.
단데 지데 이식촉 샤지 이식촉다 가래면 그래서. 이식촉 술을 먹었나? 라룰라 이식촉 돈이 또 불고 그래서. 샘점 말이 이식촉 세데 주든 좀 돈이 텔면 그래서. 대 돈이 데마트 바래서. 군이 대투대로 투사데.
So anyway, so here we're talking about the exalted wisdom, right? So what is exalted wisdom, right? The exalted wisdom is realizing emptiness, right? So realizing emptiness, and when we're talking about the realizing emptiness, the emptiness that's realized, and according to the middle way school, it will be lack of true existence. So the lack of true existence, but in the mind only school, it's talking about it's talking about the emptiness. It's talking about emptiness also. But emptiness in mind only school is the emptiness that is apprehended, and apprehender being empty of being different substances. That is the emptiness, right? But that is not lack of true existence. So mind only school is saying that's existing truly.
So they
That is emptiness, but that's existing truly.
The question
Yeah.
wasn't about refuting the system.
No. That's
There's no question. There's no question.
The question is why mind only school is not reasonable, and why the middle way school is reasonable. So that's the question.
This question, right?
That's the question.
The answering
Yeah. So to know that, to know why it is not reasonable, you have to, Geshe is saying you have to read the part where it is refuting the mind only system. So if you read that, then you'll have a
Get the
better
answer.
understanding.
So then the reason that it's given
당보 간조 배나 샘점리도 못해 봐 접다 가서 소점리도 못해 봐시 접다.
So anyway, so let's prove that mind only schools in a system is not reasonable. How do we prove that mind only system is not reasonable?
Okay. How you prove that?
how do I prove that?
Yeah.
I mean,
How do you prove that mind
Or
only
which one?
system?
Which one is it for you? Yamna how you prove that, or yamna ran oma 벨로든 테베 되지 거기 내라도.
So how do you prove that mind only school is unreasonable, and or how do you prove that middle way school is reasonable?
but
Okay.
it wasn't the system that you're trying to the question was about the object of it said the assessed object of the Arya's meditative equipoise, which is emptiness. I get that.
Yes.
But they say that is the emptiness of true existence versus an object that is empty of true existence, and that's why it was saying here that it was unreasonable.
Okay. 뭐 가서 가서.
I just don't, what was this whole part about?
What is the question?
Yeah.
Can you read the question?
Yeah, the question was, why is the mind-only system's assessed object of the Arya's meditative equipoise not reasonable?
Exactly.
제자.
So it
That-
says that It is going through. Why? So how you refute it, right? You have to refute that, then you will see that it's not reasonable.
But before you
By
get to
refuting
the-
that,
But before you get to the section on refuting the system, there's two sections before the system,
Yeah.
being the reasonable.
So
Yeah.
that is the
Then-
reasonable. You proving the reasonableness of the
Oma
middle way school and proving the unreasonableness of the minor way
Right.
school. So that's why you have to read that section both
Yeah.
to understand it better.
Okay.
So it's not merely
It's good. I'm not saying that, but it's correct. You know, like Tata is. In another sentiment, the Mentebata, sentiment, sentiment, Gossad, my own, Kano was.
So
Kano
you-
Oma will Tepa theatre. Then Oma will take it as Tepa theatre.
So
They
first
was-
you do the reasonableness of the middle way school, and then later you have to say, okay, so then the minor way school is not reasonable. So why is it minor way school not reasonable? Then you have to go to this section where it is in the minor way school and the minor way school system is refuted, and then through that you will see that how it is not reasonable.
Okay, that chance to load the you that my tablets. She was sent to me look gabalas, as soon as they to me, Tonya Dendrepta. Nilum Tatunica is an Astanica imbes. There was.
So like here it's like the refuting of the minor school system, right? Minor system says the emptiness that is apprehended and apprehender being empty of being different substances is both truly established and the final mode of being.
Taking a zero,
So it is, right?
is that right?
Do they say it's both?
It's truly established, that's it.
Right.
The minor school says there's both, right?
Right.
The emptiness of the being different substances of the
Yeah.
apprehended and apprehender,
Right?
is it truly established or not? Is it truly established? And is it a mode of being, a final mode of being? Is it a final mode of being?
Being empty of different substances.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Tade Taco, Taka, Tade Baka, Kanagorda. Then the teach you is that
So now it's
Tavata.
saying our school, our system is saying no, that's not true.
They would otherwise be one substance.
They're saying that, so then it follows. If you say that, if you say that,
Teach
if
you
you say
is
that is a
That's
truly
Tavata.
established and final mode of being, then
Dembatrivichers.
it follows that the subject, right, the emptiness that is apprehended and apprehender being empty of being a different substance is
Teach you.
substantially established.
And Dembatrivichers. Dembatrivichers kilometer.
Because it's substantially established because it is truly established.
Okay.
Because the minor school says it is truly established, right? So therefore it has to be substantially established.
Okay. That Tavata, Dembatrivichers. Dembatrivichers kilometer.
So is it is substantially established because it is truly established. So who accepts the truly established? Minority.
Okay. Tan Dona Cardonas. That Tabandanada. Donas.
So if you say yes, it is if you're saying yes, it is substantially established because it is truly established. So if you are saying it is substantially established,
Tadena and Zuda, Zuda Semada, Zechida, Zeta Kara Yembata, Devish, Zestivish, reset, and Zestivish.
so it follows that the value cognition that apprehends the apprehended, apprehends the apprehended is either a single substance or different substances,
Okay.
because that is what they maintain, right?
Tan Devish, that Zet and Zechida, Zeta Karaman, 2 minutes.
So you're saying that it has to be either apprehended as the apprehender is either a single substance or different substance, right?
Okay.
So you're saying it cannot be either single substances or different substances because
The Zechik Jamai, the Tata Jamai missions.
that it cannot be maintained because that emptiness that is apprehended and apprehended being empty of being different substance is neither a single substance nor a different substance.
다 동고 마다나스 제치기라나 제치마이 맞다면 제치이라나스 동고 마다나스
And so if you say like no, it is one single, it's a single substance.
오나 대치지에스 이보인 바다스
If it is a single substance, then it follows that the subject is a thing.
이보인 비시 마트바티시나 안에 장가 제치 이나가도 와스
So if that is not thing, if you say that's not thing, then it has to be thing because you said it's a single substance.
다대
If it's a
이보인
single
반
substance, it has to be thing.
다대 중 이보인 반 되나 안에 로이 냠자이시 첼라미네 고베다가 타바 내가 다 이보인 비시스
And then it says, if you say yes, if then you, again, if you say yes, it is. If you accept that it's a thing, then it follows that the obscurations are not purified through meditation in such a learner's exalted wisdom or meditative focus on it. So
이보인
on a,
비시스
because that focus object is a thing.
actually 이거 틀려. 이거 뭐 있었어.
So you understand thing here? Functioning thing, right? Functioning thing or impermanent thing.
오케이. 지금 뭐 있었어. 왔다 심어 말나. 말제 다 될라나?
And so no, you say no, it's a different substance. It's not a single substance, but it's a different substance.
오늘 대치지 주다주다만 대치 동동이 대치지. 주도 세미 내로 다도 많이 받아. 근데 대다 안에 대다돼 있었어.
And then it follows that the subject, is not the mode of being of the value cognition that apprehends the apprehender, because latter is not established.
딱 그러고.
Now what do you understand?
Okay, I think we're not finished. Oh? Oh, really? Okay. 지난거 가르나 지난데 도자 메가 미시 was.
No.
뭐 도자 메가 미시 was.
Oh no.
Okay. Is one that but still they think this is the ngado kaje. 가서 같은 시간들 이거 이게 못 되더라. 너무 더. 친구 임실라도.
Go with me, Dad.
친구 많이 미셨습니다.
Go with me, Ah,
친구 많이 미셨습니다.
Maharaj, if they love that, it follows that the excursion are not purified through meditation in which the learner's exalted wisdom or meditative voice on it. But this is not there.
친구 많이 미셨습니다.
The excursion are not purified through meditation in which learner's exalted wisdom. 뭐 많이 be실?
그래서 안에 시대라고 됐어.
많이.
너도 뭐 임시 되대.
I saw so many things, but I don't see it now. Apprehended being empty of being different is neither single substance nor different substance. If they respond by saying the first is not established, then it follows that the subject is a thing. Love it. Following? The subject is a thing. That is the 최전 되는 모버레스. 최전 된다는 거들아. 동반이들아. 가서 소진 대신에 동반. 데이트 모버레스. that code Geshe Tenley mobile.
Yeah.
Geshe Tenley mobile. That Geshe Tenley and Geshe Tenley batas and then Geshe Tenley invest. And then Geshe Tenley not Geshe Tenley not Geshe Tenley then mobile batas. So if it is saying that, right? So earlier, when it says if it is substantially established, right? Substantially established or truly established, right? If it is substantially, is it substantially established then? Because it is truly established. If it's truly established, then it has to be substantially. If it is substantially established, then it has to be a thing.
Okay. Okay.
Saying that those two are the same, substantially established and truly.
다 땡고 쓰고 가지.
Number two by just two members.
오다데 덴바트만은 제스트만은 세도만 거리고 내가 거기 캐내지. 덴바트바이 제스트바이 닐루타도 있어. 저는 땡가와요. 그래서 다 봐야지. 저는 닐루타도 일하거든.
So yeah, he's saying the mind only school says yes.
That they're the same.
The same, yeah. So it says if it's truly established, it has to be substantially established, and it has to be final mode of being also.
대만은 곧 타와도 너무 말아 왔어. 개랭면은 저 타와도 너무 말아.
So if he didn't accept that, then he will not be, unreasonable.
저랑
Because he
그때
accept that, therefore
저랑
he's
그때
being
덴바트바
unreasonable.
일하거든 왔어.
It's their flaw.
Yeah.
If it has a flaw in one thing, it
That's
puts
it.
on the value.
Yeah,
제가 저랑 그때
unreasonable.
저랑 그 덴바트바 일하거든 왔어. 덴바트는 이보 찬도거든 왔어. 이보나 콜라면은 아니 강사고 고메 드바타와 요 말이 왔어.
And so, because if it is truly established, then it becomes a thing. If it's truly established, it becomes substantially established. If it's substantially established, then it becomes a thing. Then you can't purify negativities by focusing on a thing. Yeah.
가르. What you say? This also caution book. Okay.
Unchangeable.
What is?
대호 들어왔다. 이번에 결론인데 저딱 공부 들어왔다 보면 왔다. maybe 차왔다.
Yeah. So because so if it's a thing, does it mean that you cannot purify negativities by focusing on a thing? So if it's a functioning thing, if it's an impermanent thing, right? So it's a thing. So it's a thing. If it's a thing, if it's a thing, does it mean that you can't purify negativities by focusing on that? See, like if it is emptiness, right? If you are meditating on emptiness, right? Through meditating on emptiness, you can purify negativities. Through meditating on a pillar, can you overcome the negativities? Can you purify the negativities by meditating on a pillar? So you have to develop that mind, right? That that goes against the delusion, against the delusion. The mind that goes against the delusion. You have to develop that mind. Just by looking at the pillar, you can't overcome delusion. So that's what it's saying. Like that's what it's saying. So the Geshe question is it necessary that you will not be able to overcome delusion by focusing on a thing?
Yes, no.
If it is focusing on a thing, does it mean that you won't be able to overcome delusion through that? Yeah, that's the argument. That's the
This we have to know.
Mm-hmm. ngô nó tăng cái mong bố tăng mong bố người ngô nó
제가 대디는 라도 저런 거 보이면 실라도 왔어. 대 로제. 제라면 들어가 타면 지금 보이면 실라도 왔어. 대한테 딱거 보이나 제라면 들어가 마타와 거기 들어갔어.
So here is saying, right? So because it's a thing, therefore, by observing on that thing, you will not be able to purify the negative, purify obscuration.
What do you think?
So that means if it's a thing that you're focusing or observing on, then through that you will not be able to overcome obscurations.
Yeah, because they're not different.
What do you think?
But if you're focusing on like the thing or object,
Yeah.
but
You don't-
on its lack of true existence or destroying, like making arguments against its true existence or like establishment, isn't that destroying obscurations?
그래서
일단 소소 유일대 되는 가서 동반이나 데버도 동발 되는 빅바이나 되게 되는 다 디바잖아요.
대요. 거 보이나?
뭐 벌어선 디바잖아요 말해서.
등급을 장요 말해. How you bob?
So yeah, if your focus is on a lack of true existence, right? If your focus is on a lack of true existence, through that you can purify the obscurations, right?
But even if the object
You can purify obscuration, but if you are focusing on a thing, through that can you still purify the obscurations or not?
Bob.
I guess not.
then got to do.
So that's what it's saying, right? So this part is saying that because it's a thing.
어?
Can't you purify some obscurities? Not all of them. Because
Yeah.
you still hold the mind as truly existent.
대도 그 말은 가도 돈만이 찔는 거나 강아 제도 말어 왔어.
So the image of a Buddha is not a thing.
Yeah, this is true. My next question is coming there.
Yeah.
Holiness said you could use the mind-only school. You found Gita and Madhyamaka. He said, don't discount this because you could use this.
오케이, 단어 저때 도바 사든 도바 세든 대 도바 지었어. 이제 법이 냠려 이식 텔레면 그거 저 담아. 법이 저 뭐 말어 왔어. 아니 이거 뭐도 돈이라 뭐 어떤 거 뭐도 말어 왔어. 법이 냐죠 시. 강갈라고 말대.
So it is again now it's coming back to the meditative equipoise of the of the Arya being, the meditative equipoise of Arya being.
Oh, now we
so
talk over.
If it is the object, if it is a thing, I mean, so what it focuses on, what the meditative equipoise of Arya being focuses on is emptiness. It doesn't focus on a thing, therefore it cannot purify obscurations.
So that's the relevance, because I was going to ask that question. Where's the relevance of the whole discussion of the structure of the
Yeah.
syllogism in this?
그래서
다른 가지고 좁아져라. 디나는 가지고 저 용서대 가르했어요.
대용사도 그 이유로 아니 단다 법이 냠죠 아시게 안 가로 이시게 조금 이바 가래 샘점에 가는데 그래 오마요 가는데 뒤 용사 때리.
So what is the syllogism here?
Well, they were talking about the differences in the syllogism because the predicate for the mind only was emptiness
뭐라고
itself.
딱
Emptiness
걸었어요.
아.
exists.
뭐라 딱 걸었어요. 어디든
따요 따디 올려 따 따데 드타이 거요레스 데 임베 디질라 드타이 거요레스 세상이가 걸 갈고 줘데
So, but there was no syllogism in the question, right? Was there a syllogism?
Why is the mind-only school not reasonable?
yeah that's good
Yes.
제 연자 샘 오마 샘샘밀레데 디제면도 와서 가 오마윌레 디제 인가테 드타이도 거지 요스 올 거요 따데 아니
So
넘버
maybe you're looking at the syllogism at the later part, right?
레르도 마티 호드 타르 데데요
Looking at the
yeah
section that says proving
yeah
reasonable.
yeah
yeah.